Trump versus Elon. It's been in the news. These guys are going at it hardcore. They're throwing each other under the bus. Tesla stock is taking a dip, and then it's rebounding, and then it's going down and up. It's all over the place. But as an affiliate marketer, why should you care about this? And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to dive into the whiteboard, and we're going to explore how you can take advantage of this and make some money for yourself. All right, so first up, let's just talk a little bit about it. Now, I have purposely not been watching the news because I'm trying to detox myself a little bit here, but I did come across the Trump versus Elon episode. Now, last I checked, these guys were buddies and pals, and apparently in the last couple of days, that has completely melted down, and now they hate each other. But as an affiliate marketer, I'm paying attention because I find it interesting, first of all, that these two could go at it the way that they're going at it. They're throwing accusations. It's really messy. It's going to get worse. But I want to talk a little bit about the attention, because that is what we do as an affiliate marketer. And what are they using this attention for, right? Now, obviously, it's bad attention, but there is some good in it. And what comes with attention? Well, first thing in my mind is traffic. They're getting a ton of traffic. Now, what kind of traffic are they getting? Well, they're getting Elon's traffic, right? And Trump's traffic. And where does that come from? Obviously, the news, but we get a lot off of X, Twitter. I refuse to call it X. Twitter, Truth Social, etc., right? Facebook, everywhere else. But they're getting this traffic from a lot of these platforms. And what does the traffic actually bring for Elon and Trump? How do they actually make money from this? Well, it brings attention to their companies. And Elon's got a bunch of them. Trump has a few. But that is what it does, is it brings attention to their companies, brings them traffic, and eventually conversions. We get people going to Trump's hotels, golf courses. You get people with Teslas, buying Teslas, selling Teslas, all kinds of stuff like that, buying solar equipment, all the goodies. But that's what the traffic does. The traffic actually brings them business. Now, am I saying that they're doing this on purpose for the business? No, I think it's genuinely a falling out. But we have to look at the side message here, because that is really what it's about for an affiliate, because we're trying to figure out how to hook onto a traffic source and then how to actually convert them into a sale of something that they actually need, right? What's our path? And I believe that our path is via a website. There's a bunch of ways, but websites get attention, groups get attention, forums, Reddit, basically a forum, and other social media. I'm just going to put SM for social media because it's all encompassing. All of these different methods bring the attention that we need as an affiliate. What kind of website, group, forum, Reddit, or social media is it that we create to funnel into an offer? Well, that's the beauty of it, is that we have all different combinations that we can come up with to do this. You can do this any sort of way. Let me break that down a little differently. Let's say you want to run a news site. Well, you wouldn't just run a news site, because you would be competing with CBS, CNN, right? Fox, all these big dogs, all these huge companies. You're never going to be seen with a news site. So that's not going to work. But let's say you wanted to do a stock news site. Okay? It's a little different. We're kind of niching down, right? So we've got news here at the top. Then we have stock news. Let's go a little bit further. Let's start talking about AI. How about AI stocks? And that's what we have to also keep in mind when we're talking about turning affiliate traffic into actual dollars, is that we actually have to get the attention somehow. So you trying to compete with a giant website is just not going to happen unless you have a domain that already ranks for a bunch of stuff that happens to already have that SEO juice that it needs. But when you don't have the juice and you have to fight from the bottom against these gladiators, then we have to start looking at other niches where we can get a little bit deeper into the woods, because it's deeper into the niche that you can actually get the opportunity to shine. So what do I mean by that? Well, we have the very general news sites, right? So we've got like CNN. We've got the stock news sites, let's say like Bloomberg. And then we have the AI stock news site, and I don't know what that site is offhand. And that's a good thing. I don't know. What about the AI stocks? Could we go deeper? Could we talk about US-based companies only? Should we talk about AI companies that aren't just AI companies? So maybe it's like Microsoft and NVIDIA. Maybe that's a different sector of the industry that isn't being tackled yet. Or maybe the news site is just AI stocks, literally just ChatGPT type companies that are going for their IPOs. Well, if you just went after this little sliver here, I think you can get some traction. And if you went, after you watch this video, and you went through YouTube and you started looking at AI stocks, and you started funneling it down, niching it down into ChatGPT, DeepSeek, all the different companies, start looking into what the stock stuff is, because these companies are blowing up and they're going to eventually have an IPO. And that is how you can get into this market, and that is how you could actually start earning some decent money with it. Because what we're going to do once we get to this point is we're actually going to start funneling these people. These people are interested in AI stock news, right? Well, you have a bunch of different options to monetize that. You can do it with ads. You can run ads on the site, and you'd have to check the Google Keyword Planner to see what the average payout would be. But if you're putting out a lot of content, then let's take a guesstimate and say it's between a $20 payout and a $100 payout per click. That is a guess. I might be wrong. But you could do it with ads. You can do it with your own product. So maybe you do a mailing list and you offer, so you could do mailing list, right? You could do a book, an ebook, part of the mailing list. You could do services where you, if you're a qualified financial advisor, offer services. You could bundle all this together. You can have it as a free giveaway and to use it as something to get people into an affiliate offer. And then what is the affiliate offer? Well, you could just go to OfferVault and take a look. OfferVault.com, just one example of a website. They have crypto offers. Get people into crypto. You could get people into Motley Fool. Motley Fool is a larger news site, and they're kind of doing this tricky thing. They're kind of doing the affiliate thing on steroids because they are huge bloggers. That's kind of what they do. They put out news articles and blog posts about what's going on. So they're doing what I'm talking about. And then what they do is they funnel everybody into their stock advisor. So that's their product. And I believe they have a few different tiers or something. But the stock advisor is what they try to get everybody into. And if you wanted to be an affiliate of it, I believe the payout is like $75 or something per sign up. So if you had a news site, some kind of AI news site, you can earn $75 per sign up. You can earn on ads. You can make your own products, just like we said. Collect emails, etc. And how would you actually get the attention for this, right? We mentioned it would be very difficult to show up for stock news. But with social media and all the other methods, there's a lot of ways to shortcut it. So you could do the SEO route, which is where you're trying to actually rank in Google for certain things. That is probably going to be the most difficult way to go about it. You can have a Reddit or a subreddit. I think that's actually a fantastic way to do this. Here's our website down here. That's our site. SEO, Reddit, forums. People are talking about this stuff. Trump versus Elon. It's huge. What's going on with their stock? Up, down, left, right? You could do a press release, PR for short. Press release goes into the site. Bam, right to a page. That will rank. You use their news site to power through the rankings. They're going to get you the rankings right into the news site. You can run ads. I would be very cautious with ads because I think that's going to run you a lot of money. And I don't really think it's the right method. But I think my favorite method out of all of these is going to be something like a Facebook, X, Pinterest situation. Reddit, still Reddit. Because these are fast track methods to get in the door. This is how you can get in front of people very, very quickly. Facebook posts, X posts, Pinterest, Reddit. You could literally start on X. You could start a thread where you start live tweeting what's going on with the news and how it's affecting the AI stocks. Hey, they just sold, somebody sold their Tesla stock and then bought Palantir or whatever that company's called. I think it's PLTR, something like that. That's a huge company that's been blowing up. Not that I'm any kind of stock guru, but you can literally just start threads on this stuff and it's just all driving into the site. So I hope you guys found this interesting and helpful. And if you did, please let me know. Drop a comment down below. Head to mattmakesmoney.com. I'm putting out a lot of videos like this, trying to help you guys get into affiliate marketing, try to do better, try to improve your situation, whatever that may be. So head to mattmakesmoney.com. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you very soon.